working, man.
And you know, I get a lot of flyers, man. I get the E flyers, I get the hard flyers, whatever, but I ain't never seen a he flyer. Like, these are human flyers.
You know, like, I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Hey, thank you. What's up, man? How you been, man? Same old. Living. That's what's up. Yeah.
All right, there it is. Back like we never left. Street Senators is now in session. Street Senators, the show. The best 30 minutes in podcasting. Broadcasting live from the Senate floor. Street Senators, that's Big Zoe, Lorenzo.
Yes, sir.
Lamont King. What is it?
I'm just trying to get myself together
Get
here.
yourself together. That's what it is. Hey, you know what's funny? So I got some emails after the last show, right? From some of our constituents, and they were like, "Why is the guy like with his back facing the camera?" And I had to explain for those that don't know. Big Zoe lives off the grid,
Right,
basically.
right,
So
right.
your thing is you don't want to be found, so don't look for you.
Well, they already found me. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. I mean, and this goes back to when we was on XM. You know, tapping the phone.
Yeah.
You know, just because we was talking that truth.
We were talking a lot of hidden truths and back in the day, and some people were like, I saw your show, and this is a great new thing you got there, and it's not new. It's not new. We've been around since how long has Street Senators been? Yeah, some years.
Yeah.
We were on satellite and FM and all that, but now we're back in the building. Glad you could tune in. Catch us live on subscribe to our podcast, iTunes, and also humormillmag.com, the nation's only urban comedy and entertainment website.
Right. And then, you know, going back to the iTunes thing, I mean, now that Dre is in the building, so they say.
Yes. They started already, right?
Yeah, he's officially on board. It was funny because it was supposed to be some hearsay of maybe possibility of losing it just because he spoke too soon. I'm like, no, ladies and gentlemen, that's not how business works.
Well, sometimes it does, though.
When you're dealing with a deal that big, just because he announced it,
right, jumped the gun,
or played around with it,
right,
you don't lose a $3 billion deal.
Now let's take a look at that, because a lot of people thought Dr. Dre was going to become hip hop's first billionaire.
Right.
Okay, he had a 25% stake in a company that was valued at $3 billion.
Only 25?
25%.
Okay.
That's why he's not the billionaire.
Right.
Because if you divide 3.2 by 25%,
or 2.6, 2.8,
whatever
it
it comes down to 800 million, and so he technically is not the billionaire.
But you add that 800 million to what he already had.
To what he had,
there's the billion.
Do you think he has 200?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got about 200.
So what can we expect to see from Apple as an owner of Beats by Dre headphones?
Good question.
I'm thinking $700 headphones. That's what I'm thinking.
I know, right? Well, the headphones was already overpriced.
They were already overpriced.
So I don't think they're gonna take the headphones any higher. I think you'll see more of the stream. Apple taking hold of the stream, like, you know, we're on iTunes, and they already have radio stations,
right?
But people they're not cool, you know, they're not what everybody's talking about,
right?
They're not the thing that you have to have.
And I read an article with Jimmy Iovine, who was the former head of Interscope, who actually brought Dr. Dre on board in the beginning as an investor into these Beats, which was actually started by Monster,
right?
And they gave the Monster dude and his father a shaky deal. Do your research on that. Gave him a shaky deal, took the company from under them, and said, I'm not really concerned about the quality of their headphones. I know their quality. I'm concerned about your name attached to it, and I'm concerned about putting them in all of our artists' videos. So just like you said, it looks like the cool thing to have.
Right.
And that's what skyrocketed the whole business.
Well, so it's twofold, because Apple needed cool points. As cool as Apple is, the iPhones, the laptops, the iPads, whatever you have, you know, they have been for the past 10 years the cool,
right?
At least
all the gadgets,
all the gadgets,
yeah,
been the cool thing. But Samsung swung in, and gave them a lot of problems,
right.
Ever since that, you know, Samsung came in and started stealing swag points from them, grabbing Dre up, grabbing the whole Beats phenomenon up. the headphones is gonna plateau.
Now define swag points for me. For those that
You know the swag we're about to go on. It's on its way out.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised at swag points.
Swag points.
That's major.
Yeah. That's when you got swag points. It's one thing having swag, but when you have swag points, yeah,
that's when you get rewarded for your swag.
Yeah,
financially,
like a Jay-Z,
like a Jay-Z,
like a Dr. Dre,
like a Dr. Dre.
Because Dre, like, people don't really care what Dre is wearing.
Right.
They don't really care.
He's
what
not that guy. Yeah.
But I mean, they don't even care where he's living, even though he just bought the $40 million home.
$40 million home, formerly Tom Brady.
Quarterback, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Just right.
But I mean, because of this and the moves he's making, he's getting swag points.
He's getting swag points. Yeah. I think a lot of times when it comes to products and artists, you know, if the Beats by Dre made sense because he's a DJ, he makes music. So then these headphones,
DJ, executive producer,
right.
producer, MC.
So that's where Jimmy Iovine, who I'm not a fan of, but that's where his brilliance comes in because when you think DJ anyway, you think this what you think,
right?
This what you think. The headphones.
Exactly that way.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly that way. So then, here's a product that we can just, infiltrate the same way because it's synonymous with DJ. Now, you mentioned Jay-Z now. Not too long ago, we seen a lot of the blogs. They hammer these celebrities, but they had a picture of Lil Blue Ivy, their daughter.
Right.
And they going to the grocery store trying to, go to the store in
Can
peace.
they live? Can they live?
And her hair was real like buckwheatish. It was like real like Brillo.
That's what you want to do?
That's what it looked like. I mean, it was past undone. It was undid and undone. I mean, her hair was, but here's the thing. Regular folks do that.
Right.
Go to the store like that. Why can't they go to the store with their baby looking like that? People talking about calling child protective services because the girl hair ain't done.
So what they saying that comb hasn't visited?
No, at all. The brush nor a comb.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with Beyonce's infatuation with
what's that? Style, coif. No swag points for the baby. I
don't know. I mean, I think she really wants Blue Ivy to have this. I mean, she has the nephew, Solange's son,
right? Who we've never heard of. Do we even know his name?
I don't.
No, okay.
You know, they keep him around.
Oh, okay.
They keep him around.
Will he be famous? Probably not.
He might be more famous than Solange.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but after the Solange Gate,
right.
You know, who knows?
Right.
But Solange Gate being the infamous
elevator
battle royal on the elevator.
Yeah. There's also another kid in there too. There's Matthew's kid, who and he was not paying child support, and that kid was supposed to be evicted. But back to your point, though. Back to your point.
I mean, I think Beyonce just caught up in this world of making her baby. You know, they know the cameras are always going to be on her.
Right.
So they want her to have this certain look. Solange has this look.
This
Beyonce,
earthy, eccentric, bohemian,
almost
hipster.
Like, let me let my baby be the Solange instead of grooming her to be like me.
Right, to be.
And maybe that will come later on.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm going to make her like artsy.
Because she's not a glam baby. She's more of a.
I'm not going there with you.
She's not a glam baby.
I'm not going there with you.
That's a real word, though.
Okay, but I'm just not going to go there with you because you're trying to lead me down a path.
No, she's more of
talking about somebody's baby.
No, not at all. She's more of a. She has more of a.
She's a cute baby.
She has a very cute baby, but she has more of a young Tracy Chapman look when they do that to her with her hair. It's not a made up. She's not a made up baby. So you think she look more
like Jay-Z or Beyonce?
The baby?
Yeah.
Nah, it's actually a good mix. When you look at the face.
I think so too. Yeah.
It's like a perfect 50-50 in the face.
Right.
I say it, but Blue Ivy is like a perfect 50-50. You got the Beyonce eyes, a little bit of, a hint of the nose, the Jay-Z nose, and the little scowl, the little frown, you know.
The little Jay-Z little, little grill, like, I'm watching you, you watching me.
Yeah. But here's the thing. My question is, why can't celebrities just be regular people? Why can't we let them be regular people and do little stuff like that?
Because we envy them, we look up to them, we idolize them, we want to be them. So
some of us.
Well, some of us, exactly. I don't, you don't, and maybe some of us out there that's listening to us right now could care less about some of these people we're speaking on, but there are millions of other people who want to be just like them or wish they had what they had. Right. Whether it be the confidence, whether it be the material possessions, whether it be the abilities and talents.
Oh, and the swag points.
And they want their swag points.
Yeah, they want their swag points. Street senators. We talk about all the important stuff. Speaking of which, I saw an article where I read an article about Jamie Foxx, and he was talking about how much of a fan he was of Drake's acting.
Okay.
He said Drake is a great actor and he would love to work with him one day. And I think that would actually, to me, it was a shout out. To me, it was like, yo, I'm putting it in the universe.
You might have a crush.
No, not a crush. Is that a man crush? No, I'm thinking, is that a man crush? Jamie Foxx and Drake? No, I'm thinking he's setting it up for a project to happen soon if it hasn't started already.
Right.
But I think that's a good. I mean, Drake started as an actor.
Yeah.
Most of his lyrics and his songs, he's acting.
Started from the grassy, now he here.
Yeah. So I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Two musician actor with serious actor chops. I think that'd be a good match. Would you watch something?
Definitely. I definitely
Buddy Cop.
I definitely. I see. I don't know. See, I mean, Drake. I haven't seen enough because I never seen an episode of Degrassi. Not even close.
You didn't see him when he was on Saturday Night Live?
I saw clips.
Hilarious.
I saw clips, and I think he has timing.
Yeah, he has timing and range.
And he definitely has range. But what I did see him on when he was on, I think it might have been Jimmy Fallon, when he went out and dressed up as somebody else and was dissing Drake.
Yeah. I saw that. That was
people
hilarious.
to talk about him.
And like, they had no idea that it was
believable. He sold me.
Right.
He definitely did his thing. I think the boy is crazy talented. I think sometimes where he rides the fence of trying to want too much from too many. You can't appeal to every crowd. Everybody's not going to like you.
Yeah.
And you just got to accept that, and you got to appreciate it, because the haters will make you better.
Yeah, because he's always clapping back, and I'm like, just do you. Like, just keep it. You already on top. Just keep it going.
I mean, and then he's a trendsetter. Like, to
me,
me,
he's a trendsetter.
I mean, if
well, no, I gotta disagree. I gotta veto that. I'm vetoing that.
Okay.
How and what trend has he set? Other than his style and his delivery as far as rapping, because that's been hijacked.
That's a trend. That's a trend.
What other trend has he set?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, you could be a trendsetter.
Okay, I
with one
give you
trend.
that. I give you that.
No, but I mean, nobody's gonna try to dress like Drake.
Right.
Nobody cares what he wears.
Right.
Nobody's
gonna grow their eyebrows like
nobody
him.
wants to dance like
No.
none of that.
You're not gonna do that.
And then Jay-Z let you know when they was going back and forth that he's not cool.
Right.
He's softer than a lacrosse team.
yes. But Drake, fired, shot back.
But yeah, he's not afraid.
Yeah,
I mean,
shot back.
you gotta be, if you're at the top of the hip hop echelon, you have to be able to spar.
Yeah, it's a lot of people throwing rocks at the throne these days. Recently, Chuck D from Public Enemy fame, hip hop icon, legend, expressed his dismay at Hot 97, New York's biggest radio station, one of New York's biggest radio stations, flagship.
Home of hip hop, so they say.
Home of hip hop. Yeah. And just saying that over the years, the quality of music has degraded. Just in general, they have hijacked the culture and just thrown it in the trash.
I'm not even gonna put Hot 97 out there like that, because it's not just them.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why did he go after them like that? Because he went after the program director Ebro, and then the morning show, one of the morning show guys, Peter Rosenberg. Yeah, and they're fighting on Twitter right now. Everybody's fighting on Twitter now, anyway. Right. But they're going back and forth on Twitter. But he's just saying that they made a mockery of the culture.
Well, I mean, I just think because of the platform that they have the Summer Jam, which is known internationally as being the stage for the hot talent of that year. Right. So with that being said, and the corporate sponsors backing them, and they get a lot of money behind the show. And he felt that the way they delivered the package, right, the hip hop package, the young urban music talents of the day, a lot of N words being thrown around, a lot of
like you said, that's everywhere.
Debauchery.
Yeah, that's everywhere though.
But I guess everywhere doesn't have the platform
that they do because they're so big. Yeah, and they're reaching so far.
And they don't have the sponsors that they have. And they say, well, if you guys have that platform, how come you're not doing a better job at bringing New York hip hop back? Granted, this is a show that's appreciated and known internationally, but this is done in New York.
Yeah. Well, and also that goes back to the whole argument of music anyway. It's generational. And it's hard for me to pick sides in this particular argument. But I'm going to tell you a little story about me. I went to a career day at my sister's school, right? And so the kids, we talking about music, and I turned into the old guy. Right. I said,
you know you're the old guy.
Yeah, I am the old guy now. But I was like, y'all don't, the stuff y'all listen to on the radio these days, it's garbage. Right. And the little dude was like, no, you just can't understand it. And I was like, in my head, I was like, no, that's not true. Yeah. I understand it.
Right, I understand
it. It's dumb.
Right.
Like, you know, when some of the lyrics, I feel like Facebook, I feel like Facebook, I feel like Facebook. Like that's not a thing that you can say. You can point to that and say, oh, that's good.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
Like every generation is supposed to get better.
Right.
You're supposed to be smarter than your parents, not dumber.
Right.
And then the generation after us, they'd like take pride in being dumb and like, you know, saying nothing.
Well, that's one of his points.
Yeah.
That's one of his points. And he's like, where is the uplifting of the culture?
Yeah, there's no balance.
And not saying that everything has to be pro-black and backpack and you know, all about the intellect, you know, feeding your intellect and nourishing your mind. But where is the balance?
Yeah.
And he feels that not just that station, but he feels like, okay, and this is what we need to do as elder statesmen. You know, we need to say, okay, if it's not there, why don't we go make it?
Why don't we go make it, right?
Instead of complaining and on Twitter and Instagram and hating and all this other stuff, like do that if you want to call attention to it, but then try to fix it. Where's the solutions? Right,
where's the solution? Because, you know, it brings up another point where some of the songs, I heard one song is just all gun, just gun.
Yeah.
Shoot, gun.
Yeah.
Kill, clap.
Yeah.
Gun.
Right.
Fear. And then that was it. The song was over.
I mean, if it's not that, it's nothing. Some of the stuff is like literally nothing. Like, I mean, how many artists can we name right now where they have hit records and they're not talking about anything?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason why I brought up that point was because of the violence in Chicago that's ongoing. One of your hometowns. And how does that make you feel? Like, what is that? What do you think is going to be the new direction with the upcoming administration as far as gun control is concerned in this country?
Well, see, this is where it gets real tricky because you have people on both sides that make great points. And then this is something I was thinking about earlier today. Is we are the only top country that has what are perceived to be as lax laws on guns, as far as ownership.
Really?
Yeah.
Lax?
Lax.
And they complaining?
Well, no. This is the point. That you have England and say Australia, Japan, China, Russia, where Russia you can that's one of the countries that you probably can do a little more with the gun work. You can actually own, but it's so many loopholes here where you go to the gun shows. It's different ways to get guns.
Yeah.
And I think the problem that they're having with the people who are against Lamont owning a gun, they say, oh, well, we're not against him owning it. We're just against irresponsible it getting into the wrong hands.
Right.
And I say to that can happen with anything.
That can happen with anything.
I mean, with the bombs that were used in the Boston Marathon, my son can make them.
Yeah.
He can put them together. He can go on YouTube and figure it out, get a little, I'm not even going to go into all of
it. Right. What you can do.
Yeah, and it's so easy.
Yeah, it is.
So, is a gun, is it an easier mechanism to take somebody out? Maybe.
Well, I mean, studies have shown, if you do the research, in those countries that you name with the strict gun laws, their gun violence is a little bit less too.
Oh, it's way less.
Yeah, so it's way less. So there's got to be some correlation to one, to the other.
It's way less. But see, this is the problem. This is the home of the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
This country was built on. This country was taken.
By violence.
By gunslingers.
Yes.
So right. How do you feel that it could be anything else but that?
Yeah, it's a gun culture.
It's a gun culture. So it's not easy for somebody to say, oh, okay, well, we got to have these laws and regulations. I mean, do we need laws and regulations for responsible people to own guns? Yes.
Yeah, but how do you know who's responsible? Because now the argument is we need to, more money and funding needs to go into mental illness research and
right.
and treatment and
right.
all of that. But we all mentally ill in some way, shape, or form. Let Dick Gregory tell it. We all got some mental illness just by virtue of being here in America.
Exactly.
So how do you know who deserves to be able to own a gun and who shouldn't? I tell you what. You shouldn't need no 50-round magazine, pistol as a homeowner. Like, I like shooting. I like going to the range. I'm a gun enthusiast. I like to look at them and know the names of them and hold them and all that. I don't own one.
Right.
But
you like holding still?
holding the steel?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
But no, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't think I need a super,
Super magazine,
rotating drum with cop killer hollow point, ripper tips. Yeah.
Right. But I think it's just lack of faith. I think we have a real strong lack of faith in government.
Yeah.
And authority. So you like, okay, well, we need to have everything the police got.
Yeah.
We need to have everything the military got because it was said in the Constitution we should be able, in case y'all start acting up
against tyranny and all of that. Yeah.
We need to be able to rise up and take control.
All enemies, foreign and domestic, all that whole nine.
Now, if you ever really wanted to come and control America, it would be hard for you to do because it's a lot of slingers out here.
Yeah.
And some of these guns do just have 10, 15 guns.
Yeah. But the argument the militia be using, man, they always talk about we don't want the government to come take our guns because they're trying to make you wait 4 days to do a background check. Is that them trying to take your guns? Like,
no,
I want to know the part of the argument that they think, because they hearing something that I don't hear.
Well, see, it's happened. Australia, they went from slowly regulating it, slowly setting up laws to gun buybacks. And to the point where they come in and say, here, knocking on your door.
We need that.
We need that.
Okay.
Because we got paperwork on you.
That could never happen here. I don't think it could happen here.
I think it could, but it's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well at all.
So that's the tricky slope. And I believe if they ever decided to put that, it would almost have to be something crazy happen first. They couldn't just announce it one day. Okay.
Well, they've been trying to with these different mass shootings.
But see, that's just getting the right.
That's to get your mind ready to be like, I'm scared of guns. But when I see the mass shootings, I'm like, no, I want a gun.
Well, see,
the reverse is happening with me.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
And they don't want that. They don't
want that to happen.
That's completely reverse of what they want.
Yeah. When I see that on the news, I don't be like, oh, they should take the guns and get the guns out of people's hands.
But you notice it's happening in a lot of schools.
Yeah, schools.
And then that's how
military.
You got to get you in the heart.
Yeah. Where
they don't want to get you in the brain with what's happening to you. What you say, oh, well, I think I need one. If everybody walking around blowing everybody up, I think I need me something just to hold me and mine down.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want that.
But the women will see the kids getting killed and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, something needs to change.
And they want people to go to the ballots. They want people to vote and say, hey, we don't need this.
Speaking of women and voting, all right, 2016 is right around the corner.
Right.
Hillary Clinton, will she or she won't she? Is she is or is she ain't?
She can and she will.
She trying to play like, how you, I seen her in the news a couple weeks ago. She was like, I don't know right now.
Yeah.
Give them some time to think.
Well, that's the game.
You had 8 years to think.
They politicians.
You know what I'm saying?
They politicking.
You ran.
I mean, that's what they all do. That's what they all do. And I just see that. I see Hillary going for it.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have shot. I mean, she's doing this little book tour right now.
Right.
And you go in there and you're meeting people and you're seeing where how people feel.
Yeah.
How they gonna get behind you?
There it is. Street Senators. Hey, Twitter, @Street Senators with an S. Facebook, Street Senators. Also, Lazy Lamont. That's Lazy with 2 E's on Twitter. And Lamont King on Facebook. Holla at us. Let us know what the deal is, man. We'll catch y'all next time. We got so much more to talk about. Catch us next session right here on Street Senators. I always get this when people find out I'm a comedian. They're like, where do your jokes come from? So, like, for you...
I mean, they say your jokes come from a dark place and personal experience and stuff, and that's true. I mean, my darkest spot in my life was the things that I went through as a kid. My forehead, my complexion, of course. But it's the things that I went through as a kid. I came to the States and kids made fun of me. And I came in the late 80s where it was like all about Michael Jackson, Al DeBarge, Team Light Skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was your era.
You were pointing me while you
It was all about you. So, so they clown me on my complexion and clown me in my accent. They made fun of everything. My everyday life they made jokes about me. And it took a while, when somebody clown you every day, it's going to take a while for you to really get comfortable with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, is there something wrong with me?
Right.
So after a while of me finally getting comfortable with myself, and how it happened with that, one thing I noticed about America's very materialistic.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I went to school in the 80s, in the late 80s, it was all about what you had on your clothes you had. Sometimes it didn't matter how ugly you was or what you looked like.
Yeah.
If you wore the
if you was fresh,
you
can get away with it.
You know what I'm saying? And I learned that. So all of a sudden I started like becoming fresh. I started working, spending all my money on clothes. So I was going to school looking like Big Daddy Kane, for real. I mean, I was sharp with my silk shirts and my dookie fat chain on my neck. And people thought I was selling dope, but man, if you give me weed to do, I sell it to the cops. I don't know what to do with drugs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was looking real fly, you know, and that took years. Like I had to move from one place to another. Like when I first came to the States, I lived in Newark, New Jersey. Newark is like Southeast DC with more guns.
Right. Yeah.
So then I moved to Philly like a couple of years later. So when I came to Philly, it was like a new stuff for me. I'm like, okay, these kids don't know what I went through. Let me get something new, and that's when I was all freshed up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everybody, people, my friend, like, dang, who's this dark-skinned, Big Daddy Kane looking dude that's looking all fresh?
Now, were you funny then?
But then that's when I started cracking jokes.
Okay,
Once I felt comfortable now, I'm like, okay, now I'm about to clown your outfit now. Now I look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once I started doing that,
that's how you got people up off you.
Yes, exactly. You clown them. And then I just started thinking about all this stuff that you say about me. Once I decided to go and tell jokes, I thought about all this stuff that the kids said about me. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
African booty scratching right there.
Right. Which is a timeless bit, by the way. Now you know, you've done a couple movies or whatever. Like, what's next? Do you want to do TV? Because they say the best sitcoms come from comedians that tell their story on stage. And your story is so unique.
You know, the thing about it, man, the right people got to see you. You know what I'm saying? And I think finally they're hearing about me now. I mean, the craziest thing happened to me. I landed in LA last week, and I landed in LA, and TMZ followed me.
Got it.
And I'm like, the hell y'all know me for?
Right.
I'm a C-list actor.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't no A, B, and D.
Did you have the red pants on? Because
maybe that's what it was.
Maybe. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't have red pants on.
Oh, okay. Is that Gator or Snake?
It's both, man.
Both. Gator-Snake.
I'm rich. It's like
that's the Gator-Snake. Oh, Snaker.
Yeah.
Damn. That's cold.
This comes out 2057.
Okay. I see.
When this come out, you be dead.
Oh,
yeah, this is human skin, actually.
Oh, that's human.
Yeah, this is
you
human.
Rocking the human.
I mean, yeah, I go straight all out. Human skin.
Okay. Nah, that's real though. That's human and Snaker.
Snaker, yeah.
Now you doing it.
Snaker.
Don't let nobody say nothing bad about you. Michael Blackson, man, good to see you always.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me. You what I saw, guys. You out. That's gonna cost you $6,000. I better get my.
Working, man.
And you know, I get a lot of flyers, man. I get the E flyers, I get the hard flyers, whatever, but I ain't never seen a he flyer. Like, these are human flyers.
You know, like, I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.